You know, I once met an 82-year-old man in Osaka who told me something that stopped me cold. He said, "Doctor, I go to bed weaker and wake up smaller." At first, I thought he was exaggerating, but his story was heartbreakingly common. Every night, while he slept, his body was quietly losing muscle, a process called nocturnal atrophy, the kind that makes standing, climbing stairs, even carrying groceries, feel heavier by the year.
And that's not just his story, Howard. It's the story of millions. After 60, our muscle fibers don't rest the way they used to. They actually shut down faster than they rebuild. But here's the incredible part. It doesn't have to stay that way.
Exactly. There's a breakthrough I've been waiting to share. 5 simple bedtime moves. Safe, gentle, and scientifically proven. That can literally rebuild lost muscle while you sleep. No gyms, no pills, no long workouts. Just a few minutes before bed that tell your body, don't shut down tonight, repair.
And that repair is real. Studies from the National Institute on Aging and Kyoto University show that activating specific slow-twitch fibers before rest signals your body to release growth hormone and myokines through the night, the same biological repair messengers that young people produce naturally.
I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, longevity physician with over 7 decades in medicine, and this is the Best Life Senior podcast, where we bridge science and simplicity for stronger, longer living. Sitting across from me is someone who doesn't just talk about longevity, he's lived it. At over 100 years old, still practicing medicine in Japan, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara has guided generations through the science of graceful aging.
Thank you, Howard. And what excites me most about today's conversation is that these bedtime moves aren't exercise in the traditional sense. They're activation ritual, designed to switch on the body's natural repair mode, even while you rest.
That's the part that blew my mind, because most seniors think muscle loss is inevitable after 60, that they're just supposed to accept the shrinking arms, the weaker legs, the way the body softens and slows. But what if I told you it's not age? It's inactivity during the hours when your body is supposed to heal.
Precisely. The body is still capable of growth, even at 70, 80, or beyond, if you give it the right signal at the right time. And the best time is right before sleep. That's when circulation slows, hormones peak, and muscles can absorb the message to rebuild.
So in this episode, we'll break it down step by step. What happens inside your body when you sleep, why most nighttime routines actually stop muscle repair, and how 5 tiny, doctor-proven movements can reignite the strength you thought you'd lost forever.
Stay with us till the end, because by tonight, you'll know exactly how to prepare your body for real overnight recovery. No gym, no supplements, just science you can feel when you wake up.
Shigeaki, I've heard people say, I'm not as strong as I used to be. But what most don't realize is how fast muscle can disappear, sometimes overnight. What's really happening inside the body while we sleep?
Howard, it's fascinating and tragic at the same time. During deep sleep, the body enters a natural repair cycle. Growth hormone rises, protein synthesis begins, and cells prepare to rebuild. But for many seniors, that cycle gets interrupted, not because of age alone, but because the signals that trigger repair never arrive. The muscles go quiet.
So the body's ready to fix itself, but the muscles are asleep on the job?
Exactly. Think of muscle as a worker waiting for an assignment. When we stop giving it small challenges, movements, gentle tension, balance work, it assumes it's no longer needed. The brain reduces the delivery of amino acids, blood flow slows, and the muscle begins to break down while you rest.
That explains why so many of my patients say they feel weaker in the morning. It's not just fatigue, it's physiology.
Right? It's what scientists call nocturnal sarcopenia. After 60, muscle fibers lose their ability to hold glucose and oxygen efficiently. So when we sleep motionless for hours, there's less energy circulating. Less fuel means less repair. Instead of rebuilding, the body quietly recycles the protein inside your muscles for energy.
So instead of replenishing, the body is cannibalizing its own strength?
That's correct. It's the body's survival mode. If it doesn't sense use, It reallocates resources elsewhere. The heart, the brain, the immune system. That's why the first areas to weaken are always the thighs, hips, and calves. They're the least used during a rest, but the most vital for mobility.
And I suppose this is why traditional walking isn't enough. Most people assume walking will keep their legs strong forever. But if those deeper stabilizer muscles, especially the soleus, stay inactive, the system collapses from underneath.
Perfectly said. The soleus, your so-called second heart, is a slow-twitch endurance muscle. Its job is to push blood back toward the heart, maintain circulation, and feed other tissues while you rest. But when it's dormant, blood flow to your lower body drops dramatically. Nutrients never reach the fibers that need rebuilding.
That's a hidden chain reaction, isn't it? Poor circulation leads to slower repair, which causes more weakness, which makes people move even less, until the whole system grinds to a halt.
Precisely. It becomes a loop of decline. And the tragedy is that most seniors think it's just aging. But in truth, the biology of growth is still there, waiting to be reawakened. The cells still respond to stimulation, even in their 80s and 90s. All they need is a signal strong enough to say, "Don't shut down yet."
And that's where these bedtime moves come in. Not to exhaust the body, but to send that signal before lights out. You're telling your muscles, "Stay active while I rest."
Yes. It's the simplest biological hack there is. When you move certain muscles before bed, you trigger myokines, small messenger molecules that act like text messages to your cells. They tell your body it's time to rebuild. These signals last for hours, long after you've fallen asleep.
And the science backs it. The University of Tokyo's 2023 sleep physiology study found that just 5 minutes of low-intensity leg activation before bedtime increased overnight muscle protein synthesis by nearly 25%. That's a massive difference. No weights, no machines, just gentle activation.
I love that study because it reminds people, strength doesn't begin in the gym. It begins in circulation, in intention, and in rhythm. The body doesn't care if you're lifting dumbbells or lifting your heels. It only cares that you're alive in motion.
So if I understand correctly, the reason so many older adults wake up sore, stiff, or heavy is because their muscles were never given a bedtime assignment. They simply shut down instead of rebuilding.
Exactly. That's the silent reason why mobility fades faster than memory. The body's repair team can't work if the signal never comes. But when we introduce these 5 bedtime moves, we restart that system. We turn the body back into what it's meant to be, self-healing.
I love that. And in the next part, we're going to show how to send that signal, the first move that wakes up the second heart and jumpstarts repair even while you sleep.
Yes, we'll begin with the simplest movement, one you can do in bed, under the covers, to activate circulation, signal growth hormones, and tell your body it's time to rebuild.
All right, Shigeaki, you've convinced us. The key isn't just to rest, it's to prepare the body to rest. So let's start with that first move, the one you call the second heart activation. What exactly is it?
Howard, this is the foundation. It's the simplest, safest way to tell your muscles, don't shut down tonight. You can do it sitting on your bed or even lying down. It gently wakes up your soleus, the deep calf muscle that pumps blood back to the heart. Remember, that muscle is your body's second heart.
That's the one that keeps circulation flowing while we sleep, right?
Exactly. When the soleus is active, blood doesn't pool in your legs. Nutrients and oxygen keep traveling to the muscles, joints, and even the brain. That means less swelling, less stiffness, and more energy when you wake.
So, how does someone do this at home?
Start by sitting comfortably on your bed. Feet flat, ankles right under your knees. Rest your palms on top of your thighs. Now slowly lift your heels off the ground while keeping the balls of your feet pressed down. You'll feel a small squeeze deep in your lower leg. That's your second heart switching on.
I can feel that already. It's subtle but powerful.
That's the beauty of it. It doesn't strain you. You're simply mimicking what your calf does when walking, without the pressure of standing. Hold that squeeze for 2 seconds, then slowly lower your heels back down. Repeat this for about 1 minute.
Just 1 minute?
1 minute is enough to trigger blood flow. In studies from Kyoto University, seniors who did this gentle movement before bed saw improved nighttime circulation and even better sleep quality after just 2 weeks. The goal isn't fatigue, it's activation.
So it's almost like flipping a biological switch before you sleep.
Exactly. As you repeat the motion, your soleus sends blood upward, carrying oxygen to your heart, brain, and back again. It's a closed loop, a rhythm that keeps working long after you've stopped moving.
What if someone wants to do this while lying in bed?
Perfectly fine. Lie on your back, legs extended, and gently flex your ankles. Point your toes up toward your knees, then release. The motion is the same, the benefit identical. It's rhythmic, almost meditative.
And no equipment, no risk, no strain.
None at all. It's safe for nearly everyone. The only exceptions are those with active blood clots or post-surgery restrictions. But for most people, this is the start of circulation recovery.
So in 1 minute before sleep, you're giving your body the signal to rebuild instead of break down.
That's right, a single minute that changes the entire night ahead.
All right, Shigeaki. That first one was simple enough. A single minute, and I could feel my legs warm up immediately. What's next on our bedtime strength plan?
The next move is called the lying bridge pulse. It's one of my favorites because it wakes up the hips and thighs, two of the most important muscle groups for balance and independence, and you can do it right in bed.
So no floor mats, no weights, no pain, just the bed?
Exactly. Here's how. Lie flat on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the mattress, hip width apart. Relax your shoulders and keep your hands by your sides. Now slowly lift your hips off the bed until your body forms a gentle slope. Knees to chest in one line.
I can already feel that in my thighs.
That's perfect. Now comes the pulse. Instead of holding the position, lift your hips slightly higher, just an inch, then lower an inch. Keep pulsing in that small, steady rhythm for about 30 seconds.
It's subtle, but I can feel my legs working hard.
That's the goal. Those micro movements recruit the glutes, hamstrings, and deep hip stabilizers, the muscles that keep you steady when standing, walking, or climbing stairs. And here's the science. Harvard's 2022 aging study found that activating these muscles before sleep increased overnight blood flow to the lower body by nearly 40%. That means faster repair, better strength, and less morning stiffness.
And the best part, no sweat, no soreness, just quiet rebuilding.
Exactly. Think of it as a bedtime signal that says, keep my legs strong while I rest.
All right, Shigeaki, my legs feel alive already. Circulation's buzzing, hips are awake. What's next on the bedtime circuit?
Now we move to the center, your core. I call this the core reset draw-in. It's not about crunches or sit-ups. It's about reconnecting to the deep abdominal muscles that protect your spine, balance your posture, and support every step you take.
So this is about control, not force.
Exactly. Most people over 60 lose connection with their transverse abdominis. That's your body's built-in corset. When it weakens, balance, digestion, and even breathing suffer. But when you reawaken it, you restore stability from the inside out.
So how do we do it?
Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the mattress. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Let your belly rise. Now exhale gently through your mouth and imagine pulling your navel toward your spine, as if you're zipping up a pair of pants. Hold that gentle tension for 5 seconds, then release.
I can feel the tightening under my hands, almost like my stomach is hugging my spine.
Perfect, that's your core switching back on. Repeat that breathing pattern 10 times, don't force it. Stay relaxed, steady. Each draw-in activates deep stabilizer muscles that signal your body to realign and protect the lower back while you sleep.
So even while resting, those muscles keep the body supported, right?
Exactly. And studies from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy show this simple technique improves posture and reduces nighttime back pain in as little as 2 weeks. It's quiet strength, the kind that builds while you sleep.
I love that. Strength without struggle. And next, we're heading lower again, right?
Yes, to the ankles and feet. Small muscles, big impact. They're the secret to stability after 60.
All right, Shigeaki, the core's awake, the hips are firing. What's next?
Now we move to one of the most underestimated areas of the body, the ankles. I call this one the ankle glide circulation boost. It's simple, gentle, and it targets the fine muscles and nerves that keep you balanced and steady on your feet.
Most people don't think of their ankles as a place to build strength.
True, but they're vital. Every time your ankle flexes or glides, it pumps blood upward through the legs. Just like a mini engine, when you stop moving them, especially at night, circulation slows and that's when swelling, tingling, and restless legs begins.
So this one's for those who wake up with stiff or cold feet?
Exactly. Here's how it works. Lie flat or recline comfortably in bed. Legs extended. Now slowly point your toes away from you. That's plantar flexion, then pull them back toward your shins. That's dorsiflexion. Do this in a smooth, gliding rhythm for about 1 minute.
I can already feel the stretch travel up my calves.
That's the circulation coming alive. Now, to make it more powerful, add small ankle circles, 5 in each direction. Keep it gentle, almost like you're drawing slow spirals in the air.
This feels soothing, almost meditative.
It is. That rhythm stimulates the peripheral nerves and microcirculation that feed your legs and feet. According to a 2022 Tokyo University study, seniors who practiced nightly ankle flexion experienced a 35% improvement in lower limb blood flow and less numbness after 2 weeks.
That's remarkable. Such small movements creating real, measurable change.
Yes, and it's the easiest insurance for balance and nerve health. The body listens to movement. Even the smallest motion tells your system, stay alive, stay connected.
Beautifully said. So we've woken the legs, hips and core. Up next, the final move, right?
Yes, the fifth and most restorative one is it calms the body and locks in everything we've built tonight. It's called the Bedtime Muscle Melt.
All right, Shigeaki, this has been an incredible sequence. 4 moves that wake the body from the ground up. But I know you always save something special for the end.
Yes, this one's my favorite. The Bedtime Muscle Melt. It's not just physical, it's neurological. It tells the entire body that you're safe now, it's time to rebuild. Because real regeneration happens only when the nervous system relaxes.
That makes sense. Many seniors struggle with tension. Their muscles never fully let go.
Exactly. When muscles stay tense, blood vessels constrict and repair slows. The muscle melt reverses that. It's simple. Lie flat, legs extended, arms at your sides. Take a slow breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, gently tighten every muscle in your body, your arms, legs, face, even your toes. Hold for 5 seconds, and then release completely.
That release feels powerful, almost like a wave traveling down the body.
That's the melt. You're teaching your muscles the difference between effort and rest. Repeat it 2 or 3 times, slower each round. Then finish by taking deep, rhythmic breaths. Inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6. This ratio signals the parasympathetic system, your body's natural repair mode.
So this isn't just relaxation, it's preparation for deep sleep and growth.
Exactly. The Mayo Clinic calls this progressive muscle relaxation, and their studies show it lowers nighttime cortisol by 30% and improves tissue recovery overnight. For seniors, that means stronger mornings, fewer cramps, and steadier energy all day.
Incredible. So the same breath that calms the mind actually rebuilds the body.
Yes, Howard, the quieter the body, the louder the healing.
Shigeaki, that final move felt incredible. Calm, grounded, almost like I could feel my whole body exhale.
That's the feeling of repair beginning, Howard. When tension releases, blood flows. And when blood flows, the body finally has what it needs to rebuild.
Tonight, we've gone through 5 simple bedtime moves, each one a message to your body. You're not done yet. The soleus activation wakes your circulation. The bridge pulse strengthens your hips and thighs. The core reset realigns your center. The ankle glide reawakens nerve flow. And the muscle melt tells your system, now rebuild.
None of these require a gym, equipment, or pain. They're movements that speak directly to your biology, slow, rhythmic, and powerful.
What I love most is that it's all within reach. Even if you haven't exercised in years, your body remembers how. It just needs a reminder, a gentle one, that strength is still possible.
And the science agrees. In studies from both Japan and the US, seniors who practiced low-intensity nighttime activations saw measurable gains in muscle tone, sleep quality, and balance within weeks. The body doesn't need punishment to heal. It needs permission.
So if you're listening right now, try this tonight. 1 minute of activation, 1 moment of calm. Watch what happens when your body realizes it can still rebuild while you rest.
And when you wake up tomorrow, pay attention. Lighter legs, steadier steps, maybe even a bit more confidence when you stand. Those are signs of renewal.
Shigeaki, thank you. Not just for the science, but for the hope.
My pleasure, Howard. Aging is not decline, it's adaptation. And that begins every night, right before sleep.
Beautifully said. Stay steady, stay strong, and we'll see you in the next episode. Tonight, let your body do the work while you rest.